Hello guys, this is August. You can call me Alba, that's what the A stands for, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Tuesday, we're finally back from our holidays. It was a nice and relaxing time in Barcelona. I planned to record, but I decided not to. I decided just to take a full rest, and we're back. Our batteries are charged, and we're gonna start with the studio vlog. It's the first one I'm gonna record for this channel, and we're gonna focus on our shop HonePharma. We're planning some new products. Some of them have to be finished, and some of them are just sketch, and we're going to design them as we go on this video. We'll plan to release them at the end of the week. So I'm gonna try to walk you in this studio vlog through everything from what we have on sketches that I have two of them here to the final product. So let's get started. So one of the things that we have to make today is some shrink film, well not film, shrink plastic pins, and we have some orders. So we need to do this first because it takes some time in the oven, and we need to, it's a bit messy. And now we cut them by hand. We usually use very small scissors like these ones, and we cut it very, very patiently. We used to do it with a silhouette, but it takes so much space, and this is quite expensive for, you know, what you get. Here we can find it at 15-16 euros, and it only has like 5 sheets of plastic because it's the printable one. And you know, since it gets expensive, it's way better to cut it by hand. And also the silhouette doesn't cut it very well, so we end up having to cut most of it by hand. So instead of just using the silhouette, we just do it, you know, with the tiny scissors, and then we go and cut it around. And we also want to make these two here. We want to make some earrings as well. We have some very beautiful beads that are like drops of blood. It looks really, really nice. So we want to try to cut it around. I don't know how I'm going to manage to do it by hand. I'm going to do my best attempt. And then we also making some more earrings. We have some sketches here, and we have this idea of making teeth. So I have 2 of them here that I've already sculpted. It's a bit dirty, but it doesn't matter. Like we're gonna, I don't know if you can see it here. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna paint it all over. So we're using this this clay that is a little bit dirty already. And I have the other one here. I'm gonna make 3 because we want to make some blank with nothing else, and then we want to make 2 with like blood splatter around. And we want to make one with pink blood and another one with red blood. As you can see, slowly we can get to it. It takes some time, but it still takes a lot with the silhouette. So just need to be patient, especially with this design. Some of them are not as hard as this one, but this one definitely takes some time with all the dripping and everything. We will plan on ordering acrylic pins and everything like this, but you know, made for us in recycled plastic. But for now, we will just make each of them individually. and as long as we can manage, we plan to do so. Because we want to keep everything handmade as, as much as we can. Not for clothing and everything. It gets hard when, we cannot. Andre does sew, but he can sew, but making clothes, it would be very hard to keep a business like that. And also keep it cheap for the customer. It would be impossible making custom clothing and, making our own t-shirts and everything would be really hard. So we plan on ordering those as well as the pins. We have one enamel pin, but we also want to have some recycled plastic pins, like the ones we're making with the shrink plastic, but made with acrylic. And this is almost done. Okay, so this didn't turn out really well, but we'll still want to try out how they look like after they shrink. It's probably going to be very, very thin, but we're going to try to reinforce this with the resin and see if they will hold and not break. So let's just get this in the oven while the other oven is working on the teeth and shoes from some doll. And let's try it out and see how it looks like. Good morning, it's Wednesday today, and it's the next day obviously. We left everything undone because we have to run to get the gas for the torch, as we say, and this morning it's going to be dedicated to drawing, and then we're gonna do, well, I'm changing the schedule because I'm trying to fit, my ADHD routine to this, like not spending more than an hour and a half doing the same task, so I don't either hyper-focus or start procrastinating. And we're gonna do some drawing, then we're gonna get to manufacture, and then I'm gonna start drawing some VTubers because it's something that we really want to do. I finished my sister's VTuber and we want to do a showcase of 2 or 3 more because I want to make one for myself so I can stream without having to get on full, clothing, and I don't have a really good webcam, so I thought that doing a VTuber would be a nice idea. And yeah, that's what we're going to do this morning. Then in the afternoon we're going to do some doll work, and that's not for this channel. We're probably going to open another channel for doll customizing, but it's not going to be like a weekly thing. It's going to be like a maybe monthly thing, depends on the workload that we have. So yeah, we're going to get to draw some more earring designs. Andre's over there designing one already. He's going to do a brain to go with the heart, so it's going to be a brain and a heart on each ear, and probably we're going to be making a set for 2 hearts and 2 brains as well. But we liked the idea of 2 different earrings that have different designs in them, and I'm going to do one with 2 of our original characters of for our universe of HonePharma, which are Makoto and Mana, which are siblings. Are they twins? Would you consider them twins? Yeah, right? Yeah, so they're twins, but those twins that they don't really look alike. I don't know how you call those in English actually, but yeah. And I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be an earring that when you put them together, ideally they will fit, but with the shrink plastic you never know if it's gonna be working or not. So yeah, let's get to that. So next thing we want to make is some more notebooks. We used to have them in our previous shop, and we really want to make some for HonePharma as well. Made these some time ago, and each of them have well, you can choose for different, you know, pages inside, like blank pages and dotted pages and lined pages. But these are just examples for the shop, and some of them are already seconds because our guillotine kind of, like, some part of the guillotine got stuck with some metal, so it's a little bit bent, but we can make them, you know, we just discovered it with this one. But they're still very good for taking the pictures and showing them to customers, even though we will end up using them ourselves. And we also have these stripping ones, and there's another one that is from this series, like this, let's call it collection, which is the pink one. And we're gonna make this one, and I'm gonna show you also how we're gonna make these other ones. Like this is Mana. It's an illustration made by Andre. It's really, really nice. And each of them have like a different inside, you know, like this one has that in the inside. And then we have Syrup, our little rabbit mascot. And then we have the Oka as well, and we have the Crybaby one. I really, really like this one. Andrew doesn't like it, but I really love it. I don't know why he doesn't like it. But I'm obsessed making everything out of this illustration he made. So the thing we use, we, instead of just using them like, you know, the cardboard and that's it, we like to put some kind of like plastic. We use this thing here. I don't know how it's called actually. It's like a matte lamination, and we do it on both. We do it on both sides, so it doesn't get bent. And so we put this with the plastic on a sleeve. Oops. A sleeve like this one, and then we run it through the how do you call this in English? The laminator, is it how you call it? Probably, I don't know. Well, through the heat, and then it gets perfect, and it's kind of like matte but shiny, and it gets, you know, protected from the water and dust and everything. And so yeah, let's get doing some notebooks. Okay, so these are all the covers finished. They have all the plastic, well, not plastic, the lamination as well. And you can see that inside they also have a design, and they're really, really nice, and they are perfect for you know, for the notebooks. As you see, when they come out from the laminator, it comes out with these, and then we cut it before we fold it. So the next step will be folding this in half, and then counting papers and making the, you know, like the whole thing with this. Like we use a staple, like we use staples for these, so we just need to count the papers. We don't need to fold the papers individually. We only fold these, count the papers, and then we put the staples on, and that's it. So let me show you. We have this one that goes obviously with this, and this one, and then we have the Crybaby one. We have Syrup, which is our little mascot. It's a little rabbit plushie, and inside it's like that. The colors look really, really dull on the screen. It's a bit more bluish, let's say, like that. You can see it on the side, like on Etsy when we upload them. And then this one will have a different version for each character from HonePharma. So this is the one from the series, but we wanted to upload this as soon as possible. And the last one, which is Mana and Syrup here, like the little plushie, you can see Syrup here as well. And I really love how it looks inside with of like the pool of blood and everything. It's really good. So let's just get all this dot. That's some dust. So let's get making some of the notebooks. Let's go. Since we don't have a scoring board yet, I usually just put this, I press it against this bit over here and then do the same here carefully and then make it match. And when I'm sure it looks good, then I fold it in half. And then, oh, I forgot the right tools for this. So I use this to mark it, like, and then we press it. I press it from the other side as well. And then we have the covers done. Here, have one cover. The next thing will be counting 12 sheets of paper, A4 paper per notebook. So that will make 24 pages. And we usually use these 120 grams paper, which is very thick. And if you write with a liquid ink ball pen, it doesn't, it's not see-through. So we really like it. We don't put more pages because then they will be very big and bulky. And we think that this is the perfect thickness for this kind of notebooks. If we were to make the wide ones that we have the cinch as well, we will put like up to, 120 pages or whatever we can do with the thickness of the rings that we have for those notebooks. So yeah, I'm gonna count 12 times 5 and then I'm gonna get, with this table, which is perfect for binding the books because you just put the measurement and then it just goes straight in the middle of it. So let's go. And now what I like to do is put it, since we don't have a book press, we just press it down with our guillotine. Like we just press it down really, really tightly. There. So everything gets folded in, so we don't have to fold each of them individually. And that's it. We leave it there for at least one day. And we'll probably see you tomorrow with this. Before we start packing the orders we have, I want to show you a quick tour of our packing stations. We have pins over there. This is for Dollecette, our doll shop. I will leave the links in the description as always, so we can just have the logos built, a peel-off logo. We made this with our silhouette, and then here we have everything we use for packing, this is for the address at the back, the little logos, some freebies, thank you cards, and packing cards, and that's for the little shop Dollecette. Andre is doing some badges at the back, so if you hear a noise, that's it. We have everything we need to pack, and all of our little cutters. Well, some dinosaurs here. We have the corner cutters. This is a ribbon one. This one is for the this little shapes, circles. I don't know how to say it. And this is where we pack. We try to keep this as clean as possible, so there is nothing else around. But eventually, if we make stock of our notebooks, we will put them stuck here, probably something like that. So all the notebooks will be around here. And then at the bottom, we will put also some notebooks. Right now, we have a bit of everything. We have here prints, stickers are here. So we have the stock of stickers. I'm going to show you quickly. Here, that's where they are. I know it to be, it's not as nice as having like little drawers or like the baskets like some people do, but for us this works really well. And then, as I said, prints. We have the sticker sheets in another folder like this, but we have it there because we also have some of the sketches around there. We have envelopes like with bubbles. These are 100%, like you can recycle them 100%. That's why we use them. And we encourage everyone that purchases from us to use them. We will eventually change those for little boxes, but right now it's the cheapest option for us. And since we're starting, we can afford something else. This is the only bubble wrap we've actually bought in a year because we usually take whatever comes in the post with whatever we order. So we use those for the dolls. We have some stock dolls over there, our oven for clay and everything that is toxic. Our resin is there. We still haven't found a place for the resin. And as you can see, I just printed today these little stickers here. So when we open this, we will have the how do you say it? The cutouts, yes, for the I'm just bringing them here. So we will have these, which is what goes in the badges. So we can just store them in here. Right now we have a few badges, but it's way more convenient to store the paper than storing the badge because the badge takes so much space, and the paper just takes a little bit, and badges don't take too long to make, so you can make a few of them in like a minute. And then here we have all the this is like a foil that we haven't used yet for the shop. We should, because it's very nice. You can see it has the stars and it goes with the laminator that you just put it in there and it makes everything shiny and beautiful. Laminator, the paper, and I have to put the other one behind it, like the matte one that we use for the notebooks. Our cinch, our I don't know how you say the wires for the notebooks. And here we also have, this for the wired notebooks that we use very thick cardboard, and then we mount them, and some more supplies over here. So let's get packing. We don't put actually any branding on these little envelopes because the sticker from our post office, the post carrier here in Spain, is so big it takes the whole thing, and then the customs documents go at the back, so it's really useless to put any branding on it. But we do in the bigger envelopes. So for now, we just send them like this, and every time we put any branding on it, it just like gets covered with everything else. So we just put here the name and the address, and then in the post office they just print the sticker and they put it on it. following day and we've finished the notebooks and they look really nice. I'm sorry, the light is really bad. It's cloudy today at the studio, and if I don't put the light on, you won't be able to see anything. Now all I have left is to do some product pictures, and for the next vlog I will try to do these stickers that we have here. This is just like plain paper, but it's like an idea for a sticker sheet of syrups, like with the moods and everything. We managed to finish all these 4 notebooks and these badges with a similar design, and it's now time to, let me just put them here like that. It's now time to do the pictures. So we're gonna finish this studio vlog here because I've been editing and it's fairly long and I think that taking pictures and everything is a bit more boring. So yeah, we're gonna leave it here. Next week I'm gonna post, I think, the drawing you've seen me starting on this studio vlog, and I'm gonna put the whole length and probably do a voiceover on it. So yeah, I will see you next week. Bye bye.